My name is Ryan Hill, and the only thing that I can't change is being black. I was, black when I was born. I'm gonna be black when I die. It's just, it is what it is. So when I was in high school, I probably was maybe 15, 16. I decided that I was, really wanting to try other avenues as far as extracurricular activities. I decided I wanted to try my hand at being a radio DJ. This guy that I came across at the high school I went to, it's a huge school, and out of everyone, it's really diverse. He picked me out and said, you know what, we have similar interests in music, why don't you do the show with me? He was already doing it for a year. He was a year older than me, so I said, all right, cool. Did the show for maybe a few weeks. Everything was, copacetic. Everything was great. So one day I just remember, after school coming in and totally just caught me off guard. He goes, what up, my nigga? Now, way I'm saying it, you would maybe imagine by now that this is a black dude. No, this is a white dude that's saying this. At this point, I had to really think about a lot of options. Am I going to correct? Or am I going to correct him as far as, the situation? Because this is someone that I thought was, my friend. For him to say that, I knew why. I kind of had to gain an understanding of why. Number one, we listen to the same music. We're playing hip hop, edited, of course, but still, nonetheless, you know, most songs nowadays, especially, the N-word will be brought up. It's inevitable. But is that giving him a reason to, does it excuse him to actually do that? What my response to it was, listen, I'm really just gonna say this, and I'm not really wanting to go any further than this, but understand, if it wasn't me that you said this to, you might not actually be physically okay right now. I want you to know, without you being fearful of me, because I want to continue on throughout the rest of the season without a hitch, that just because you might have listened to it in a song, you identify with the culture, you might have friends that, that are also black, but they also don't really care what you do, and you just have this black card or this nigga card. Not everyone's gonna see it like that. I want you to know, just for your safety, that next time, think about it. Think about what you're saying to someone and how that relates to their past, their history, and maybe in the future you won't say it. Just thinking about it. Me, I come from a generation where, saying niggas in front of other niggas is just not really something that I guess it was a song, like, I think by Tribe, that said, I start to flinch when I, start to say it, but my lips is like a woo-up. When I start to spray it, really, it just comes out because I've been so used to it. Not only seeing it on television or hearing it on the radio, doesn't necessarily make it right or wrong. It's just part of my generation of, whether you say it's a term of endearment or not. Personally, though, I just learned from that experience that if I'm going to say it, I have to be careful who I say it around. I don't think it's right for me to have that ability to say it in front of white people, and they can't say it, so I just choose in front of white people not to say it from, that point on. Unfortunately, though, you're not always going to be in a situation where it may be someone you thought was a friend. You might have come up across someone that you just met on the street. Really, at the end of the day, you got to also think about what that's going to do for you. You hit a correction, you might end up in correction. So at the end of the day, I think really choosing your actions in order to make, a more brighter future for both parties is where it's at. And that's my story.